And hi to you guys again. Those of you who are watching part one of this video, I am Dr. Mertens. I am the head Edlink trainer, LDOE. So this video is going to take you a step further into actually requesting access to your center, and that includes your in-home family home. Okay, we have a couple roles, 2 or 3 roles actually, that I want you to consider. Now, this instruction is going to be predominantly set up for entity managers, meaning your directors or those who are in the role that will be completing your renewal applications, dealing with finances, if you're a CCAP, like bank account information, your licensing type, change of locations. In other words, this person is the person behind the curtain that can do everything. Okay, so it needs to be either the director or someone that you trust in that role. That's the entity manager. Now we have staff administrators. So if you're Head Start, or you have multiple centers, not Head Start necessarily, but just more than one center, then often we will have one, and usually this is how it goes. We'll have one entity manager for all of the sites, and then the individual directors of those sites or site managers will request staff administrator roles. And that gives them access to all staffing information so that they can schedule training, make sure things are up to date. It also lets them view most of their entity information, except for those financial and license change type things. But it also gives them the KinderConnect access if they are CCAP recipients, okay? And then the third role is staff, okay? Other staff. So other staff only has access to their own information. Every single person that works for you will need to have an Edlink account set up. In early spring, we are going to begin running tests, or at least might even put out in production soon, with the staff uploading their own credentials, maintaining their own cloud portfolio, so to speak. Okay, and the entity manager would then just be required to validate all of those, to view them, open it, make sure everything is good to go. But the employee themselves will be the ones responsible. So when the entity managers are completing their renewal applications, they're not spending hours upon hours scanning in all of their employee documents, okay? So make sure all of your staff have an account. If a staff member moves to another place of employment, you'll remove them simply by deleting them off of your email, or excuse me, your employee roster. And it's pretty easy. There's a video for how to add and delete staff. And then the new location, the staff will just simply request access the same way they are going to do today. And they will appear on that center's employee roster along with all of their credentials. So it's kind of like a traveling cloud resume portfolio. Okay, so let's get started. So in your manual, if you will click on that blue button on the right side on your dashboard, you should be logged in and on your dashboard, and you should still see those 2 blue buttons. You're going to select the one on the right. It's going to take you to the page that you see right now. Okay, now these are all the sites that I have access to. Okay, you're not going to see anything there yet, and that's perfectly fine. You'll see the sections, but there won't be anything under it just yet. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to request access by clicking on the Edlink security. And I just got over the roles with you, but we have also posted them on our Edlink training page. So just look through that top list in the general Edlink information, and it'll explain to you what you'll have access to depending on the role you choose. So we're going to select Edlink security. Okay, now again, your staff ID and your user ID are useless to anyone. Staff ID is internally used. So don't worry, it's not any state secret. Your user ID is only good if somebody has your password. That's why I have no qualms about showing you this, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the left side. Now you will not see, you will only see 1, 2, 3. Okay, you'll see the logo in the top 3. Okay, these are just mine right here. Okay, so you're going to request permission on the left side. And then you're going to see your information again. And then you're going to request permission. Now you won't have any of these things right here yet because you haven't requested or had anything approved yet. Okay, so you're going to request permission on the right side now. Okay, so now you'll see this long box come up. Okay, keep your cursor over here on the left. Okay, see how I can click on the left, keep it over here. Okay, the entire time. You don't need to go anywhere near these buttons yet until all your questions are answered. Please make a selection based on your information system access needs. Most of these are self-explanatory as soon as you click on it. Okay, your early childhood. Okay, select early childhood. And your application. Now remember, the manual tells you we're going to do Entity Manager first, but it tells you to select Edlink Ops Portal. If you will follow those pictures step by step in that user guide, you will be perfectly fine. Now, when you get to location filter, it's the very bottom, district and local. Okay, now if you make a mistake, rather than cancel the request, you can just hit this little back arrow and it takes you to that step and you can re-enter. Now, this is where you'll put the name of your center. Only put the first word first, just by itself. Don't be so finite with your search. In other words, don't type the entire name in just yet. Or if you type the entire name in, it doesn't find it, then go back to just typing one word at a time. Remember, these were transferred over from legacy programs, so sometimes there are hidden or special characters. Be creative in your search. If you cannot find, for instance, baby doesn't come up, then put in the address. You can just use the numbers or you can use a street name. Okay, if you put in the city, you're going to have a lot. All right, so once you find yours, you're going to click on it. Okay, now if you have tried all searches and cannot find yours, no matter how you've searched, then please go to that support ticket link in the manual. It's also on the Edlink training page, and let us know so that we can make sure that your site is in fact there or it's added. Okay. All right. So now we're going to select your role. So the role we're going to select is going to be ELC Entity Manager, Early Learning Center Entity Manager. For in-home and family home, you're still going to select Entity Manager. Okay, you'll be selecting the same things as centers. Okay. And now here you can just put it in A. Okay. And then you're going to hit Submit Request. Okay, I'm not going to submit it because I don't want to request for this site because this is live production. So, all right. So I'm going to cancel the request. Okay. All right. So you should end up back on this site again, right here. You should end up back on this first page. And now you will see a yellow button that says pending on this top area. Okay. It's going to be pending until I approve it. Okay. So now we're going to request permission again. It's redundant, but necessary. Okay. So we're going to select early childhood again. And your application this time is going to be Edlink Security Access. Make sure you select Security Access in parentheses. Okay, your location filter again is going to be district and local. Okay, and then your location again. Okay. Now, this is where you need to follow the instructions. Okay, you only select this one right there, and that's what the instructions tell you to do with the access in parentheses. That is the only thing you select. This will all go away soon. You won't see any of this in the near future. It is irrelevant to you, so please just select what's in the instructions. We'll do KinderConnect here in just a moment, okay? So now you're going to hit submit. Okay, and of course I'm going to hit cancel. And it's going to take me back to this page. Now under Edlink security access, you'll see a yellow pending box, yellowish orange, like a school bus yellow, okay? So now let's say you want to do the staff administrator. Okay, so we're going to request permission, early childhood, application, okay, location filter, district and local. So far, everything's the same. Okay, we're going to select the location, and now we're going to choose staff administrator. Now, once you choose staff administrator, after you hit submit, that's it. You don't have to do any of the Edlink security access for anything but the entity manager. Okay, and if you want to choose other staff or staff, okay, it's the same thing. You're going to request, and then you'll see that pending. Okay, if you are the staff or the other staff. Okay. All right. Now in the future, near future, those requests for staff to have access to your site will come directly to the entity manager to approve. Okay. Then they will immediately be on your employee roster. Okay. As of right now, they are still coming to LDOE, but that should roll out very soon. We have a lot happening in the spring for you guys. You have a lot of uses for Edlink, and it should be exponential with helping you with your businesses. Okay, so now let's do the KinderConnect for our CCAP. Okay, now all type 3s must be CCAP. It's implied that they're CCAP or Head Start or grant funded. Okay, so this is just going to apply to the in-home family homes and our type 3 CCAP recipients. Okay, so we're going to request permission, early childhood again. This time we're going to select KinderConnect. Okay, location filter, district and local. And guess what? You put your site in again. All right. And now your role. The only one you select is the attendance administrator. Don't select the attendance user. Okay, that's going to be for your parents later on. Just the attendance administrator. Okay, now you do have to check this little box. And what it's letting you know, it's allowing for all of your personal, or the children's personal identification information for you to have access to that, okay? Okay, so then you'll submit your request. Okay, and you're going to be back at this page. And now you're going to see another section here that says KinderConnect. And you'll have another pending orangish yellow box for me to approve. Okay, and that is how you request all of your accesses. Okay, but what I want you to do now is you're going to go to your name. You're going to sign out just like you did before and sign back in. And let's see if I have a page where I can show you. Yes, I do. So let me pick any of these. Let's see, here's a type 3. Okay. So now once you've signed back in, this is what your new dashboard will look like after I've approved them. Okay. Until I approve them, which I usually do the same day or within 24 hours. Once you sign back in, you will now see these options over here. And it will say welcome back. You will see your entity information here, helpful links. Now you will have the pending application section, but you won't have anything there yet because you haven't started any applications, okay? You'll also have messages and notifications down here. All right, so you'll have everything on your dashboard. And for any further instruction on how to use any of these or how to complete your renewal or open a new center in addition to your existing centers, there are instructions on the Edlink training page for all of that, okay? So that is it in a nutshell. But if you have any concerns or questions, please don't hesitate to contact the support link, and they can put you in touch with me for some additional training or some documentation to help you, okay? Thank you and good luck.